riders headed by Musir. 2 is Dutch Scholar. Good race run by him last time. And we have Raj Saman. African Story goes for Godolphin. The consistent Kavango is the mount of Pat Cosgrave. Silver Ocean goes for Niels Peterson and Kieran Fallon. Godolphin run Dysphonia here, the filly. And we have Vagabond Shoes taking a step down in trip for Olivier Pellier, Stefan Chevalier. Maraheb, Tygo Shea rides for Ali Rashid Al Rahi. We have Jardim, Kevin Shea on board for Mike Picot. Gaetano Hernando having his first run since successful in the Singapore Cup last year. Snaafy, Sura, winner of the course and distance last time out. And then we have Le Drakkar down the bottom there, number 14, the mount of Carlos Sanchez.
Dysphonia still not in the line. Walks up now, and the signal given. Started with the button. Racing in the Burj Nahaar and Musir from the inside, one of the first away. Silver Ocean came out very awkwardly and went straight back to the rear of the field as African Story hit the lead at the end of the first 200 metres. Kavango, Snaafy, Vagabond Shoes, Le Drakkar all going forward. Musir settles on the inside, a length and a half off the pace, and he just threw his head about for a couple of strides. Maraheb with the black cap out wide, and then 3/4 of a length away Dysphonia, followed by Gaetano Hernando 3 deep. Duck Scholar, white cap on the rail, a length to Raja Man, followed by Sura, Silver Ocean, and Jardim had dropped out to the tail as they left 400 behind in 25.5, and Le Drakkar went to the front. 850 left to run in the Burj Nahaar. Le Drakkar by a length and a half to Snaafy. Vagabond Shoes a half length away running third, the first 1 deep. African Story now fourth on the rail, a half length away Kavango. Musir's away from the inside now, he's 3 deep as they come onto the turn. Maraheb's out 4 wide, and then Dysphonia. Duck Scholar, Gaetano Hernando, Silver Ocean, Raj Saman, Sura and Jardim is last. Le Drakkar led in the straight past the 400 from Snaafy. African Story into the clear, looms up 3 wide, but down the centre of the track comes Musir to chase him. African Story takes the lead from Snaafy. Musir still a length and a half away. He'll have to dig, but he's not doing enough at the moment. African Story's gone for home. 70 metres left to go. Snaafy's holding Musir for the Quinella spot. African Story wins. Snaafy second and nose to Musir. Kavango's run fourth. Then Le Drakkar, Vagabond Shoes, Raj Saman, Dysphonia, Sura, Maraheb, Jardim, Gaetano Hernando, Silver Ocean, and Duck Scholar last of all. Well, there's the boil-over of the night. Not so much the win of African Story, who had absolutely no luck at all when running third behind Sander Gurr in the fire break. But Musir being beaten, I suppose, and not even running second. A race that will take some looking at again. He raced a little awkwardly in the early part of it. He was on the inside. Christophe Simeon got him off the fence and very deep, a long way from home, just after they went past the halfway mark. African Story hit the lead. Musir started to let down, and for 50 metres looked as though he might make a race of it, but it was only for 50 metres. It was obvious 150 metres out that he just was not going to make up the ground, and in the end Snaafy's out-battled him for second. Number 4, African Story, Frankie Dettori first. Number 12, Snaafy, Richard Hills has run second. Number 1, Musir, Christophe Simeon third. 4-12-1. Kavango has run fourth. Le Drakkar fifth, and Vagabond Shoes has run sixth. 4-12-1, 5-14 and 8 in 1:35.93, which is only 2/10 outside of the record for the 1600 metres held by eventual Godolphin Mile winner Sky Surface, who run 1:35.77, winning here last year, back in February of last year. At African Story tonight, 1:35.93. He had very little luck in the race won by Sander Gurr, the fire break, following his first up win when he defeated Barbecue Eddie. And of course, Barbecue Eddie went on and franked that form subsequently in the carnival. So no real surprise here. He led onto the course proper, then got a lovely sit in the race, was clear at the right time. Musir just not able to run him down. Musir started his claim down the centre of the track, but rolled back down towards the inside. so that in the end he was only about 3 horses away from the rail over the concluding stages. 4 lengths, a short head, a length and a half. 4 lengths, a short head, a length and a half, and the time 1:35.9. African Story is by Pivotal from Blixen. It was start number 11 tonight. It's win number 4 to go along with 6 placings. So only once out of the top 3. Raced by Godolphin, written by Frankie Dettori and trained by Saeed bin Saror. For Frankie, he goes back to 16 now. He lost a win in the steward's room during the week, but he goes back to 16, and Saeed bin Saror goes to 17 for the carnival. 4 lengths, a short head, a length and a half, and 1:35.9.
And the trophy presentation now being made of a very, very busy winners enclosure here, or trophy podium here at Meydan. And that's Amar Arusi, who's the Cargo Customer Services Manager for Emirates Sky Cargo. As I said, Emirates, who lend their name to all of the races on the card here today. This is a very, very busy. It'll be interesting to know how many people have played the Pick 6 competition. I think around 4,000 played it last week. We had 7,000 people at Jebel Ali yesterday. And that's another winner for Saeed bin Saror, who now goes a little bit further clear of Mahmoud Azzarouni in that champion title here for the Dubai World Cup Carnival. And the winning jockey, Frankie Dettori. So Saeed bin Saror and Frankie have won this race twice before. Imtiaz and Mendip. And they go and get the treble here, courtesy of African Story. Written in the stars for this horse, traded out across stables.